But right now, let's move on to our guy, DJ Big Boss, coming to us live from Long Beach, California. How you doing today, DJ?
What I thought. Y'all caught me on my early morning gig right now. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Ain't no talking while I'm talking. Yeah. I got everything on lock. We just cut up 200 pounds of chicken, you know what I'm saying, getting it ready for the day. So I'm a little prep cook early in the morning right here. Where's the energy at, though? Where's my low baggers out there, man? Where y'all at? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Jimmy? How you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling good. My lungs have taken a turn for the worse, sadly. And it's hard when you come on because I've got to hold down my joyous laughter because I love having you on so much. And it's Taco Tuesday, baby. All right, Big Boss, what are you looking at on this card?
Hold up. Shut up. I got something to do. Yeah. But check this out, Jimmy. Let's jump right into it, Jimmy. So I'm looking at this Giants versus Mets game right here. First looking at it, first game, I always like to look at the total first on the first game. I looked at the total real quick. The over is 5-0 in Syndergaard's last 5 after 5 days rest. The over is 7-2-1 in Syndergaard's last 10 games, game 1 games. And also the over is 4-1-1 in the Mets' last 6 home games. So I was really looking at the over on that one, but the line is moving down on that one, and it's pretty tough because it's going down. In some places they got it, basically minus 110 on both sides. So I kind of had to go digging a little deeper on that one. So when I dug deeper on that one, I had to take a look at the pitchers. So this Bumgarner versus Syndergaard in this one. Bumgarner's last out, he had about he went 6 innings, 6 hits for 2 runs. So Bumgarner is kind of consistent at what he does badly. Both of these pitchers are pretty bad. Both teams are pretty bad. It's kind of like a little bum fight right here, And when bums fight, beers get knocked over. So in this one right here, the Mets is 6-8 versus lefties, averaging 4.7 runs a game. Bumgarner is 6-0 in the last 6 starts versus the Mets. Syndergaard, game last out, he went 6 innings, 7 hits for 3 runs. The Giants are 18-23 versus righties, averaging 4 runs a game. Syndergaard is 9-4 in the last 13 home starts. And after looking at all that information, basically, we're looking at 2 bums right here, big names. The big names this year in the MLB has been way overrated with a lot of these guys. And here you go, 2 big names together. So I had to dig a little deeper. And when I dug a little deeper, I was leaning towards the over. But when I looked in their last starts, looks like these guys are pretty locked down early in the game. Look like everything gets to going on them in the 5th and 6th inning. So in this one, I'm leaning on this one to the under, but I really can't take it because of the line. So when I look real deep on this one at the line and the best value of what they got to offer over there, I like the Giants first 5 money line plus 118, right? And that's at Bookmaker. Now the consensus as far as a side is 49% to 51% leaning in the Mets. The consensus on the total is 50-50 on the over and under. So it's a really tight game right here. Line setters are letting you know that look for some surprises here because they don't have a tight grip on this one. So like I said, best spot I can find right here is the Giants first 5 money line plus 118 because I really don't trust Syndergaard. He's been he let loose some hits. He lets loose a lot of hits, but he kind of manages the game. So I'm going to go Giants first 5 money line plus 118. What you think about that, Jimmy?
I get it. Who is Noah Syndergaard this year? Because he's so different than he was previously. And then because of how different he's been, do we just put a line through his past performances against these guys? Because if you look at Posey, Panic, Longoria, Crawford, and Belt, they don't hit him. And this lineup doesn't hit him. If you add Pilar, Sandoval, and Dugar into that, those 8 guys are 12 for 64 with 12 singles. No doubles, triples, homers, nothing. 12 for 64. That's a slugging percentage of 188. I mean, when I look at that, I think, man, Syndergaard's going to lock these guys down. And Guru Sports says the Giants are going to make Syndergaard look like a boss. These guys can't score. Don't let the Baltimore series fool you. But Syndergaard this year has just looked bad. 4.90 ERA. His whip's fine at 1.27. 10 home runs allowed in 75 in a third. I can totally understand why you would want to back Bumgarner early, but Bumgarner has those first inning problems that just flare up every time that you put a wager on him. He allows 2 or 3 runs in the first and then rolls. I get it. I get why you would back him here. And I've written down the note. I'm going to take more time studying this, but I would get it. And Maxwell Smart loving this Chipotle Taco Tuesday action. What else are you looking at, my man?
Well, also to add to that one, Jimmy, Syndergaard, I took a look at that, and I was looking at it the way you was looking at it. So I went back and I looked at Syndergaard's start versus, a top pitcher or something. So he seen Buehler a few games back, and he got lit up right there. So I don't know what his preparation is like for a game like this. This is basically like, 2 guys that have been around for a while, like you can back either side. But like I said, I can't just trust Syndergaard on this one. But let's jump over into the next game, which is the Dodgers in Arizona. Now, these Dodgers been on fire, man. I can't even lie. I'm sitting around waiting for the Dodgers kind of to fall off for a minute. And this is a new month. Baseball is a very trendy sport. Already since the first few games this month, games have been going from a lot of over games to some under games lately. So I'm looking for something to change up for the Dodgers. But this game is basically rich money versus poor money, because if you got some money, then you probably want to back the Dodgers giving up 200 to make 100. They got Dodgers minus 207 at Pinnacle. And if you don't got some money and you want to get some money, then, the AZ looks good at plus 189. Last series was like a 2-1 series between them back in March. And, AZ got one. This might be a spot for AZ to get one. But first games, once again, I like to look at the totals on this one. So the total on this one is way up at 9.5. This is way too high for this pitching matchup, I feel. And I think the line is set at a lot of recency bias right here, because Raul was coming off a great start. He went, what'd he do? He's 8-1 overall. Last out, he went 7 innings, 4 hits for no runs. So he's coming off a great start. The under is 4-0-1 in the last 5 for the Dodgers. Why would they set this up at 9.5 is what I keep asking myself. Now, Dodgers bats can turn on, but usually Dodgers either going to jump out and put up a couple runs and somebody match them. But most of the magic in the Dodgers games been going on in the second half, if you've been paying attention. So I don't really trust the Dodgers like that first 5. Now, the the OBP on the Dodgers is nice, though. They .347 OPB. So, you got to respect the bats. But at the same time, their bats are hitting so well. You just see Justin Turner and all of them just turn it on. Like, yeah, come on. They kind of like they like the rally, I guess. But this guy Taylor Clark, they bringing out over here in AZ, young guy, and young pitchers has a lot of volatility in him off top, because this guy's coming off a bad start. He went only 2 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs. They had to yank him up out of there. So I mean, if you're a young guy, 2 things are happening. Either you wasn't made out for what you're trying to do, or, you're going to get better. You're young, you're enthusiastic about it, and you're going to approach it with the right mind state to at least try to do better than you did the last time out. Now, he has showed some good outings. On 525, he went 6 innings, 6 hits for 3 runs. On 5-7, he went 6 innings, 7 hits for 2 runs. So he does show that, this might be the sport for him. But so today in a volatile game like this, like I said, the Dodgers is due to have a slip up or take a day off somewhere in between here. This guy right here, he could be, the guy to do it. They might shock you with the 189. It happens all the time in baseball. But my best value spot after looking at the line on this one is going to be the first 5 under. And I think Bovada even still has it out there at 5.5. So, like I said, I've been watching the Dodgers closely, and a lot of the magic goes on in the second half. We got a young pitcher right here that's volatile, could be volatile on the right side this time. And all I want them to do is hold me in there for under 5.5 runs in the first five at -110. What you think about that, Jimmy?
I think that's a good look at 5.5. Let me just see if the 5.5s are still hanging around. I think that's a good look. I mean, Clark has upside. We know that about him. That's the reason why he's getting these opportunities. And you're right. The Dodgers seem to be doing a ton of their damage late. And we know that Hyunjin Ryu is being spectacular. He could be starting the All-Star game for the NL. Let's just see. And there is a 5.5 of Bovada. But everyone else going to 5. I like it. I think that's a nice look. I'm not going to lock it in myself, but I think both of your looks, DJ Big Boss on the first 5 under in Dodgers, Arizona, and on the first 5 Giants at the plus line, I think they're both real nice looks, man. I think they're nice looks. Love you, DJ Big Boss. We got to roll. We got to bring in our next guest, but man, you're making Chipotle look good back there. Making it look good, my guy. Where can we find you on Twitter? And what else you got going on? Tell us a little more about your contest.
And you can find me at Chipotle near you, okay? And don't come in my store. You see them chips in the back? Don't come in my store and talk about you don't want no salt on the chips. The chips are already packed up with salt on them. You're getting salt, sucker. And don't come in here and talk about is the guacamole fresh or can I get extra guacamole? Man, we make that with our hands right here. I'm not going to go back there and give you no extra. We make that one time a day. That's all you get. But yo, I'm DJ Big Boss. Check me out on Twitter, DJ BIGGBOSS. And yes, the contest is doing wonderful. You can get all the information off my Twitter right there for the contest. Lots of low baggers in there. Shout out to Englehart, a low bagger that joined the contest right there. Shout out to him. He won this week. But the new contest starts today. Get in there, Jimmy. I'm going to let you go so you can handle your thing, man. Much love to the low baggers. I'm out of here.
Oh, there he is, DJ Big Boss, representing Long Beach, North. What a guy. Love DJ Big Boss. Chipotle, I think it's called.